Oh, welcome back. We're continuing Life is Strange, and I think I just reconnected with my BFF back in the day. Oh, that's big breast sitting on the wall. Plus, that's the first thing I noticed.
My room looks a bit different than the last time you saw it.
It's cool. At least we can chill out.
This isn't exactly my chill-out zone. My step-Fuhrer makes sure of that. Come in and close the door. Put on some music while I medicate.
You did plenty of them. Reset the...
When's the last time I had to dig through Chloe's crap?
I imagine it helps a lot more when I put the microphone in front of my voice. In front of my voice, in front of my mouth. Whatever I'm trying to say. Hang on, let's just get this sitting right. Hang on, right there, right there. Point, point, there. Is that good? No, that's a bit loud. There? Yeah, there. There. Okay, now it's in front of my mouth. Hi, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. We're continuing Life is Strange. And we're going to browse through all of... I don't even remember what her name is. Let's go through her room, though. And at some point, I'm going to go through my diary and just see what... Max? I wanted to call her Ellie. See what Max is thinking about the world. Let's see... What does that say? Oregon? There's like 5 O's in that O.
This postcard is from Rachel Amber.
I've already forgotten most of the names from last time I played. It's been like a week since I've touched this. So Rachel Amber. Is Rachel the one that's missing? Miss you, wish you were here, Rach. Chloe Price? Those names aren't ringing a bell. Chloe Price. Should I know that name? Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just looking through all your shit.
Man, I remember this furniture. We spent all day painting it blue. Chloe loved...
Oh, you were still having a thought. I gotta stop doing that.
We had such a blast drawing these together.
With Chloe and Max. She's a killer! Warner sis! Power Girls. That's pretty cool. I used to love doing these sorts of sketches. Freedom Eagle, Max and Chloe. Wait, Max and Chloe. Wait, is her name Chloe? Wait, yeah, Chloe. Of course it is. My brain just doesn't, like, I've said this before, it doesn't retain information.
This looks like a laundry bag.
Is there any point...
And it reeks like dirty laundry. Gross.
Yeah, of course it does. Is there any point looking at stuff before touching it? Like, should I investigate before... Because does touching certain things before thinking change the outcomes? Actually, can I rewind? Oh, I can. So I can rewind before interacting with things. Interesting.
Old cardboard boxes.
Dude, you broke my glass snow dough. Thanks.
Yeah. It's like, I love how it just does what I'm thinking. Like, in that moment. So cool. You rewind to change interactions as well.
Oh, this is a flashback to youth. Our super secret closet lair.
What's gonna suck is when you reach a point of the game and it's like her time travel powers stop working. It'll be like Edge of Tomorrow, where they get to the final moment and then you just have to make do with what you've got, with what you've learned.
Chloe's dad built this dresser. Chloe totally changed her style. I barely recognized her.
I think she looks cool now. Like, I'm sure she's into some not so good things at the moment, but like, she's got style. I like it. I dig the blue hair.
Chloe was always taller than me. We made her dad keep track of her height.
Well, what did I say? Dad is gone. What does that mean? Like, he left gone, or he's, like, out of the picture for good gone?
Nothing but junk in this suitcase.
Let's not talk to her yet, because that's probably gonna end the investigation.
I'm not into them. Too pretentious.
Oh, look, I have those thoughts too. I'll look at certain bands or posters or like brands and I think, oh, that's so pretentious. That's so pretentious. But honestly, the entire world is pretentious. It's just everyone finds different things pretentious. So, you know, take your pick.
There's the power strip.
Do I want to mess with that? I can always rewind. Cool! It's like my setup! So now I can play music.
Hey, that TV used to be in the living room.
I mean, it probably hasn't been for a long time. Like, how long has it been since you've seen each other? Like, 5 years or something? Of course everything's gonna be different.
Houston, we have the power. But we need to find a disc to play.
Uh-huh.
Too
Am
bad
I-
I can't stream any music from Chloe's laptop. But I
Okay.
love how funky and outdated it is. She even covered it in punk stickers because Chloe doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, Chloe's cool. Am I doing things out of order? Like, if I talk to her, she's gonna be like, throw on some music, Maxie! And then I gotta go look for the music, but I'm already doing it.
She looks super happy. She looks super sad.
Is that super sad? Like, she looks sad, but I don't know about super sad.
She looks super stoned. Is this a desk or a storage space?
Both.
I think this junk swallowed her discs.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to check out the cleavage. Yeah, look at that. Look at the shadows.
So it was
Oh,
Chloe
she's
who printed
printing.
all those flyers.
Right. Okay. I can look out the window.
We used to dare each other to climb down, but never did.
Is that going to come back? We're going to have to, like, leave the house and climb down at some point? I swear there's something else that's trying to get me to look at.
Chloe's trash overfloweth.
Let's go through his shit.
Who'd have thunk Chloe wouldn't pay her parking tickets? She does love trouble.
Oregon State Police. Yeah, I don't need to read all that. I get it. I get it. She's a bad girl. I think that's it. Now, before I talk to her, let's just, no, wrong button. Let's just, go through the diary. So where are we up to? What was the last thing I read? This will be the weirdest journal entry I will ever make. So weird, I don't know how or where to start, but it started with the most vivid dream of my life. I was lost in a storm. Was that where I'm up to? No, I think it's this page. 10 out of 18. I felt so shitty. I just wanted to get to the bathroom to be alone and wash my face after that nightmare or daymare. Once I got to the bathroom, I saw this odd, beautiful blue butterfly flutter in, and right when I took a photo of it in the corner, Nathan Prescott came in freaking out, talking to himself. I hid in the corner and this punk girl came in, and they started arguing about drugs and money. Then Nathan actually whipped out a gun and shot the girl. This is where it gets strange. When Nathan fired the gun, I came around the corner and reached out for some dumb reason, as if I could stop the bullet. But suddenly, I could feel the world twisting around me, and this pressure in my head. Everything seemed to rewind, and I found myself right back in class at my desk. I literally thought I had been dosed with some drug until I calmed myself down. I saw everything happen in class the way it did before. Major Groundhog deja vu. Somehow I was able to actually rewind time. Yeah, a fear I'm having with this game is I can affect time, and it's all going to culminate to the storm, which I'm assuming it's going to be in the future. I'm really worried that saving Chloe is what causes it all. And I'm really worried that, like, there's got to be a twist in the game where, like, you get to the end of the game and she has to rewind all the way back to the bathroom and just let it happen, and it saves the world or something like that. If that's how this game pans out, it's going to be really dark and depressing, and I'm not sure how I'm going to handle that. I knew the only way to find out if I was having a breakdown was to go back to the bathroom and see if I could save that girl from Nathan this time. I had no idea how either. I just knew I couldn't live with myself if I let her die again. I escaped Jefferson this time by knowing exactly how to answer his questions and rushed to the bathroom. Does the journal change based on the actions I make or don't make? Like, does it add more every time I rewind and it's like she's adjusting her thoughts? I also find it interesting that items rewind with me. Like, I keep the photos I take, I keep the items I've got in my hand. Like the hammer in the bathroom. If I hold onto someone and use my rewind powers, do they rewind with me? Do they maintain their memories? I'm fascinated how this is gonna work. I hid in the corner again, and I couldn't believe it when Nathan showed up, freaking out all over again. Then the girl came into the bathroom, and before Nathan could shoot her, I smashed open the ancient fire alarm and scared both of them away. Victory! Until I got grilled by the security chief. David Madsen, who thinks he's Chuck Norris, Blackwell Ranger. Nathan Prescott almost kills a girl in the bathroom, but no, I'm the problem! I was so glad when Principal Wells stepped in to shoo David away. Then I made the possible fatal decision to inform Principal Wells that I saw Nathan waving a gun in the bathroom. I didn't think I should mention the girl or my new rewind abilities, for obvious reasons. He didn't want to believe me and almost made me feel like shit for telling him that Blackwell's most big fucking deal student would carry a firearm to class. I couldn't tell him that he actually killed a girl in a previous timeline. So my school day started with an apocalyptic dream, then ended with saving a life and discovering I have some kind of power to rewind time. I don't know how to stop that. Wait. Hang on, let's read that again. So my school day started with an apocalyptic dream and then ended with saving a life and discovering I have some kind of power to rewind time. I don't know how to... Oh, top that! I added an S to that. I was like, what do you mean, stop that? Everything feels so surreal right now. I can't talk to anybody about this. Well, the only person I could, I haven't seen in 5 years. I could confide in Warren. He's smart and knows science, so maybe he could even think of an explanation, though I have no idea what that could be. Until I can figure this out, I better stay on the down low with this stuff and focus on my classes. Warren sent me a text asking for his flash drive back, even though I haven't had chance to check out all the cool shows and films on there. I watched a few episodes of Doctor Who and X-Files. Good shit. Binged on Full Metal Alchemist. Haven't seen that. Then Faster Pussycat. Kill, kill. All kinds of Amazon women black and white badassery. Tetsuo, a total cyberpunk trip and amazing visuals. Isn't Tetsuo the name of the kid in Akira? And Scott Pilgrim, for about the millionth time. Everyone loves Scott Pilgrim. On a side note, I saw actually, this does feel very Scott Pilgrim in a way, doesn't it? It's not as intense and as like punchy as Scott Pilgrim, but it's got similar vibes. On a side note, I saw a missing persons poster on campus for Rachel Amber, a pretty Blackwell student who vanished. It's so sad to see her smiling face and think about the awful things that could happen. If there was a way for me to rewind back 6 months, I totally would. Is that gonna happen? Is that gonna happen? I had to go back to the dorm to get Warren's flash drive, and yes, Victoria and her Vortex Vixens blocked me from getting in, and even took my picture. It was so High School Movie. I can't believe she did that. She actually told me to go fuck your selfie. Though, it was funny. I don't know why she has to act that way. She already has everything she wants, doesn't she? No, she doesn't have friendship. She doesn't have real friendship. And she forced me to use my rewind until I finally came up with a way to get her out of my way. I don't want to use this power for trivial bullshit, especially if I have been given an actual gift from the universe, but it did give me a chance to test it out, and yet you keep using it on trivial bullshit, like skating and answering dumb questions. But I feel like shit seeing... Oh, but I felt like shit seeing Victoria sitting there by herself on the steps, covered in paint. She didn't look like the Queen Biatch of Blackwell. Just a lonely girl as confused as me. Exactly. I knew I had to find out if she was okay. She was actually nice and apologized. She even deleted the picture she took of me off her phone. So maybe there's hope for the future. More high school drama. Juliet wouldn't let Dana out of her room because she thought Zachary was sexting Dana. So stupid. I was so tired from everything, and since Dana borrowed Warren's flash drive, I had to intervene. Juliet told me Victoria was the one who gave her the inside scoop on Zach and Dana, so I knew that Victoria was playing them all. I snuck into Victoria's room and onto her laptop, and found out that she was indeed lying through her ass just to create drama. Of course, I felt like a weasel going through Victoria's room and laptop. Is that a pregnancy test? Why has she scribbled that into her diary? Is it because of the whole sexting thing? Did I don't even remember what I did last game. Did I, like, investigate trash bins and see a pregnancy test? Why would I put that there? Once I gave Juliet the proof that Victoria was behind it all, I went to get Warren's flash drive from Dana. She was in a weird mood, but we said nasty things about Victoria, and I think it definitely made her feel better. We talked about Warren, and Dana implied he likes me. Ew. Really? You kind of seem like you kind of like Warren, maybe just a little bit more than you're letting on. I'm starting to get the hang of this whole rewind thing. I don't want to waste this power, but there has to be a reason it was given to me, so I better learn how to use it right. I started by saving Alyssa from getting a football field headshot. I admit it felt amazing just to help Alyssa with something as simple as that. I also saw David Mattson hassling Kate Marsh. I couldn't hear everything, but he was accusing her of something. All that guy can do is point fingers. I got so pissed I went over to stop him from being such a bully. He's a security guard, not a stormtrooper. He was an arsehole, as usual, but I felt good about what I did, and Kate seemed truly happy that somebody stood up for her, and I did that without using my rewind power. Did I? I swear I watched it happen and then rewind to intervene. I don't know about that one. I think you're forgetting shit just like me. This day keeps getting stranger. I don't even believe what I'm writing, and I can't even do a simple task like giving Warren back his flash drive without getting into a situation. In this case, though, it turned out half bad and half good, which I guess is the yin and yang of life. When I met with Warren in the lot and checked out his new retro wheels, guess who showed up? Nathan Prescott. Freaking out all over again. He got all up in my face and to accuse me of bullshit. Even though I was scared because I know what he did to that girl in the bathroom, I was more furious. Then the girl in the bathroom pulled up in a truck, my former best friend, Chloe Price. We both looked at each other like, what the fuck? Next thing, I got that song, that Weird Al Yankovic song in my head, and I looked at her, and she looked at me, and then I looked at her, and then she looked at me. We both looked at each other like, what the fuck? Next thing I knew, I was in her truck as Warren earned his man card and tried to get Nathan off my ass. I owe Warren big time. Seeing Chloe for the first time in 5 years was such a shock I almost paralyzed, especially after realizing that Nathan had almost killed her right in front of me. Now Chloe shows up out of the blue to save me, just like her hair. Of all the bizarro and unexplainable shit happening today, sitting in Chloe's battered truck, listening to music and staring at her dashboard, Bobblehead might be at the top. So I tried to process the fact that Chloe and I were two best friends who didn't know each other anymore. She had blue hair, piercings, and cool boots, and I looked like a dork. I didn't know where to start, and she wasn't exactly extending an olive branch. So we sat like strangers. At least I had time to catch my breath and realize that in the parking lot melee with Nathan and Warren, my camera got busted up. I didn't care considering everything else going on, but it sucked on top of everything else going on. I only just entered her room and she's already writing that stuff. It's the first thing she did when she walked into that room, sit down and go, hold on, Chloe, I just whips out a diary, starts writing shit about her. Oh, God. Okay. So, I already know about those people. Have I read about the principal? I can't figure out where Principal Wells is coming from. For some reason, he seems to be suspicious of me at all times. He knew I was that much trouble. I wanted to know why I was zoning out in the halls. I started like a fool. He has so much power over my scholarship, I get uber nervous around him. I feel like I have read this. I've seen him laughing with other teachers and students, so I know he must have a problem with me. He also seems a little stressed out. I would be too if I had to oversee Blackwell and all its drama. I thought I smelled alcohol in his breath, but that could have been his cologne. Right? But I remember my first time meeting him in his office, and he was so nice and made me feel like I was becoming part of a special world. He said he hoped I would become a great photographer and someday return the favor to Blackwell. I thought that was a bit of wishful thinking, but it made me feel good. I just need to, lay low around him until I can somehow gain his trust. I feel like I have read that. I knew if I gave Warren my phone, he would blow it up for science. He wants his flash drive back after letting me borrow it for less than a week. He told me to watch everything because he has tons of cool TV shows and films on there. Thank God it wasn't porn. And I am thankful for Warren. He's like a real friend and we share a lot of the same interests. He loves science, but he really understands art and appreciates great photography, even though he says he loves my pictures. I can't tell if he's just being nice. Warren is a geek, but he definitely lets you know where he stands. I don't think he would ever lie to me. It feels good to have at least one strong ally the same age here. And he makes me smile. He makes me feel so warm inside. Then there's Chloe Price. What do you say to your best friend after 5 years of silence? After finding out you saved her life in a bathroom? Nothing! I feel so lame for not staying in touch, or even text. I have no idea how to process seeing Chloe like this again. For one thing, she looks so similar, but so different. She's all grown up now, but it doesn't seem like she's only 1 year older than me. I absolutely love her blue hair and punk clothes, so the hell do I. It makes sense she would become a rebel. She still kind of looks like a pirate, except one who stage dives. I know she's angry with me because of her body language. I'm glad I can still see, this is what I mean, she's like written all the shit about her in like 5 minutes of getting into a bedroom. I'm glad I can still see the old Chloe in there. Or is that the young Chloe? I'm sure she's still messed up about her dad dying. Yeah, okay, he did pass away. I would be too. That was a terrible time for Chloe and Joyce. Joyce? Is Joyce her mum or a sister? I feel bad because I wonder if I was happy to move away just to avoid the grief. So this happened before you moved. Speaking of grief, it's clear she's all mixed up with Nathan Prescott's shit. I have no idea what's going on between them, but I'm going to find out no matter what. No more SMS? Alright, let's have a look at it first.
Hard to believe Chloe was my BFF just 5 years ago.
So tell me, what does Max Caulfield do for fun now that she's a grown-up?
I don't feel grown up. Party all night. Not much. I don't feel grown up. Even me, like right now.
I don't feel grown up, just more confused as I get older. Especially after today.
Gee, thanks. I was hoping to hear something positive.
About me?
No, about me. Duh. I thought you'd at least be happy taking photos. Forget it.
Yeah, like, I'm getting up there in my age, and I feel like that. I feel like I'm not an adult. I still feel like a little kid inside. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I'm just going with the flow. So what did that do? Am I supposed to rewind time and talk to her again? Or?
It's here, Max. Look a little harder.
Oh, shit. Did she say something and I wasn't listening?
Chloe totally changed her style. I barely recognized her.
I know. Can I open? No, just look. Where would I find something I don't know what I'm looking for? If I had to find something I had no idea what I was searching for, where would I search for it?
Damn, Chloe does need a lot of money to get out of Arcadia.
I missed all these pictures.
Chloe and her dad were so close.
Yeah, that would mess you up, especially if you were as close as that. He looks like he's got a different hair color. I guess it's just the flash, but... So where would... What am I looking for? God damn. I hate how... my brain just turns off at pivotal moments. Aha! I think I found it!
Hey, give me that.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to be nosy. Obviously, she was a good friend.
It's putting it mildly.
Now, you know who it is.
That's Rachel Amber. Her missing person posters are all over Blackwell.
Yeah, I put them up. She was my angel. After my dad died and you moved, I felt abandoned. Rachel saved my life.
Man, I had no idea.
Well, you never made much effort to find out. I was 14. We were best friends.
Yeah, that's so hard because you're trying to move on with your life and sometimes you don't have total control over what you're doing, but especially after she lost her dad, like, you abandoned her. There's no two ways around it. You abandoned her. Oh, but you can't just stop your life either. I don't know. I don't know what the right decision is. So Rachel took my place. I never forgot. Nah, I feel like so Rachel took my place is gonna end up being like a bit argumentative. I don't want to do that.
I never forgot. Even if I was an asshole and didn't keep in touch. But you had Rachel.
Rachel had my back. We were gonna kick the world's ass. You would laugh at how different we were. She wanted to be a star.
She looks like a model.
That was her plan. Our plan. Get the hell out of Bigfootville and into Los Angeles.
Oh, what do I want to question? Do I dive into family, ask about the mum? So what happened? I do want to know about the mum, but now's probably not the time. I suppose I could always rewind. So what happened?
So what happened? Did your folks, your mom, try to stop you?
My mom was too busy hooked up with Sergeant Shithead.
I feel the love. Now, when did Rachel actually disappear?
6 months ago. She just left Arcadia. Without a word. Without me.
Got abandoned again. This poor girl. No wonder why she's got a, like, I don't give a shit what happens attitude, because everyone keeps leaving her. Like, literally. So, sometimes it's like nobody's fault. Like, not much you can do about the dad passing away, but like, your dad passes away, your friend leaves, your second friend leaves. How do you know? What about her parents? Oh, I don't know which direction either of these questions are gonna go. How do you know, like, sincere or accusatory? What about her parents? Why would I ask about the parents? She's looking at me like, are you gonna say something, dude? You're just staring at me. How do you know?
How do you know she disappeared? Maybe she wanted to start a totally new life.
Unlike you, she would have told me, okay? Something happened to her.
I believe you. I'm just trying to get all deductive.
Before Rachel left, she said she met somebody who changed her life. Then poof.
And you haven't heard anything from her since?
Like everybody in my life. My dad, you, and Rachel. Gone. Can you put on some music now?
Yeah, what a rough life. Let's change the vibe. I legitimately have no idea where this story's gonna go. There's a lot of moving parts, and
Anyway,
I don't know how they interact with each other.
You can find tools to fix your camera in the garage.
Chloe, are you okay?
Sure,
Yeah,
I'm awesome.
she's fine.
I just want to
Yeah,
blaze and be
exactly.
alone for a moment.
What a ridiculous question. She just opened up and shared all that shit with you, and you're like, are you okay? Yeah, I feel like
I should
on top of the world.
Plus, I need those tools.
Goodbye,
Max is a little airheaded.
15 kids in the backyard.
Nothing's changed. Except for me and Chloe.
You tell me stories.
These books have not been touched since the last decade. I see why.
I don't even know what books they are. How much can I snoop? Whose room is this?
This must be Chloe's parents' room. Man, I am nosy today.
Yeah, you are. Why did you...
Oh shit!
Oh, no!
Poor thing. I bet I could do something to save it.
Yeah, we could rewind and open the window.
We left behind.
Although...
We left behind.
Wait, where is it? Is it in the room somewhere now? Oh yeah, there it is. Hello, little fella.
You've been resurrected, Birdie. Fly, be free.
Is that going to cause any issues letting it in? It's the bad thing about changing time. You make changes thinking you're changing the world for the better. Like you're saving lives, but every life you save changes everything in some way, one way or another, and sometimes it can lead to unexpected events down the line. Like the thoughts I'm having about Chloe. Like, obviously you want to save her, but is saving her gonna cause bigger problems down the line?
Joyce always loved her mail order catalogs of useless crap. Aww.
Songs about
Joyce has a little shrine to William. Her new husband may not be such a douche.
wondering where.
Who's William?
I could
SF Holidays with William and Chloe. Is William the stepfather? A stepbrother?
Act, React, or Die, a 21st century survival guide. Whoa, apocalypse self-help. Dog tags, sweet. David
No.
Madsen.
David Madsen. Okay, so William's someone else.
Oh my. Chloe made this for Joyce on Mother's Day years ago.
That's
I see why
sweet.
she would keep it.
I love all that homemade stuff. I miss doing things like that. When I was very little, I grew up in Coffs Harbour, and all my neighbors around that area were very crafty. Every weekend we'd go to someone's house for a particular event. Like one of the people on my street would have a pool, so we'd all go to her house to go swimming, and then another one, their mum was arts and crafty, so we'd go to their house and make like custom made glasses. We'd paint little like stained cups, and it was just cool. It was a neat little community. If any of you have watched Gilmore Girls, that's what Coffs Harbour sort of felt like to me. It was sort of my Stars Hollow. I have no idea if it's the same anymore. It's probably changed so much since then, because that was years ago. God, that was such a long time ago. I miss it though.
Joyce still works at the diner. And Chloe's new dad is a security guard. Uh-oh.
You tell me stories of the sea.
Let's waste all the power. Let's turn all the lights on.
Uh-oh. The prices are late on their bills.
So they're having hard times?
Joyce looks happy. Chloe's stepdad might not be a douchebag after all.
So hang on. So her stepdad is the security guard. I am very slow at putting this together. I didn't realize, because I forget all their names. And let's check my diary just to make sure. Yeah, David. God damn. Well, that complicates things, doesn't it? Of course it does. Why shouldn't anything be simple? What could I... Ooh.
You can't go home again, said Thomas Wolfe. But here I am.
No, you've come back to where you grew up, but it's not home. It's... I understand what he means when he says that. You can never go back to what you had. Things just change, and you can't stop it.
Whoa, dark. I cannot see anything.
Alright, we'll turn on the light.
This is definitely Joyce's makeup. Chloe wouldn't use animal products.
Chloe's cool. Chloe's aware of, stuff. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Chloe is taking those pills. I hope she's okay.
Fluoxetine. $100 tablets? I don't know what kind of drugs those ones would be.
I like Chloe's new hair color.
It kind of sounds
She's
like
the
an
opposite of
antidepressant.
shy. Of me.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like an antidepressant. But I'm not sure. God, this shower looks like a prison cell. I love that. Wrong way. You can't just walk downstairs. Oh, come on.
Doesn't look like the Price family is rolling in dough these days.
Did they used to?
Nope. Someone locked it from the other side.
Ah, so you have to leave, or... Gives me time to snoop, I guess.
Now this is the Chloe I remember. Always smiling and laughing. Not so much anymore.
So she's a skater? She was a skater girl. She said, see you later, girl. I like the art style they do for the photos. It's like... It maintains the quality, like the aesthetic of the game, but it's also got this hint of, like, realism to it. Kate. Oh, which one's Kate? Oh, her. Thanks again, Max, for helping me. No problem. That guy's an asshole. He's my best friend's stepdad. Oh, so, yeah, because now things are coming into my head with the stepdad situation, because Chloe doesn't seem too keen on him, but the mum seems alright on him. So if something happens to the stepdad, it'll depress the mum. If the mum gets depressed, it'll depress Chloe. It could be this, like... But then, if there's a situation where the stepdad's being a dick to... Chloe... It's gonna get really complicated really quick, isn't it?
I haven't seen this place in 5 years. Seems like forever.
Yeah. Especially at your age, 5 years is a long time.
Joyce still works at Two Whales Diner. Best damn burgers in Arcadia. I better get one soon.
Joyce's eyes look like they're going in different directions. Cereal, milk, peanut butter. Yeah, okay. Is it no travel money? I thought it was a swear jar.
I'd love to go to Paris too. At this rate, they'll be lucky to get to Portland. Yum, that looks tasty. I do miss Joyce's cooking.
Yeah? Good cook was she? Homemade pizzas? Do love a good homemade pizza. So much better than store-bought. Do I want to go outside just yet? See, Detroit Become Humans made me wary of, like, where I want to investigate first, because You click the wrong thing and your investigation just ends there and there.
If I took this picture, the deer would be standing on your ass.
Yeah, absolutely. I assume that's David, proud of his hunting skills. Why would I sit? Well, I can look at it.
Damn, it's the couch. We used to pretend it was a pirate ship. Looks like a shipwreck now. I guess they're aging these books.
You're having a lot of...
I should be able to find the tools I need here.
Wait, do I want to do that yet? Or do I go outside?
Brr. I can feel autumn pushing out the summer.
Brr.
William used to grill awesome burgers for us. I wonder if he was the last one to use this.
I don't think I've ever had that thought or said that out loud when I'm cold. Brr. A grave. Oh, for the cat?
We made this grave for Chloe's kitty. Poor Bongo. He never saw that car coming.
I don't want to know that.
That took Chloe and me the whole day to draw. It's almost invisible now.
It's still cool that you've got it, though. I don't have any of my relics that remind me of good old times.
What do you truly want to do when you grow up?
Max, I'm already grown up. What about you?
Travel. That would be awesome. Explore the world, go far from here.
Far from me? Thanks a lot, dude.
Dude, you would totally come with me. I need a bodyguard for our adventures.
I would be like Lara Croft, except real. That would be majorly cool.
Totally. We'd have cars and boats and planes all over for instant escape. And no adults could tell us what to do.
Count me in. What would you do while I was bodyguarding you?
Maybe take pictures of our adventures. I would love to be a photographer. As if I ever could be.
What are you talking about? Max, you are a photographer. Your pictures could be in a museum. Someday they will. I believe in you.
So much hope for the future. It kind of makes me sad. It's that hearing that has kind of left a pit in my chest, in my stomach. It's. Do I just get up on my own accord? Oh, it's one. Yeah, it's one of those things. I keep letting it sit. Yeah, it's that hopefulness for the future, the thing you desperately want to be. And it's a double-edged blade, because you need hope. You need something to strive for. But at the same time, if you hinge everything on that hope, and the hope doesn't pan out, that can be just as dangerous. Are there any other lights I can flick on? What about this TV? Can I turn this one on?
Chloe's stepdad is head of security at Blackwell. He wants to put surveillance cameras all over the school? How paranoid can you get?
Like, I get it, but I don't agree with it.
Chloe's stepfather is this asshole from Blackwell? You've got to be shitting me.
Wait, this is the third time we've established that. And yet she's still shocked when she sees it. Or a gun rack. Oh. Oh. Do I want to be messing with this?
One of these guns is missing. I hope Chloe's stepdad isn't packing heat.
Is it Chloe? Does she have it? Or did the Prescott kid take it from here? Because where would he have gotten a gun? Like, he's a rich kid. I suppose they have their own guns, but...
Yes, score.
Wait, so they actually have target practice here? Does he actually come into here and shoot his firearm? Target practice? I don't know if I agree with that. That's a bit... Don't you need a controlled environment to do that? Wouldn't there be noise complaints from the neighbors to constantly hear gunshots? Ooh. Ooh.
What the? Chloe's stepdad actually installed cameras in the rooms? For reals? This guy has serious trust issues. Do Chloe and Joyce even know about this?
They probably don't. I should tell her. I'd want to know if I was being filmed against my will. I'd want to know that someone's doing it.
These are way too big. I need tiny tools for that camera.
It's an interesting dynamic with this game, isn't it? Because it's a game and you've got the ability to rewind time and all that, you're trying to think ahead of what actions are going to cause what effects in the timeline later on. But sometimes you just have to ignore the fact that there is a butterfly effect, and you just got to go with your gut and do what feels right and accept the consequences that come with it. Because if you overthink it, it leads to inaction. Or sometimes if you overthink it, you even choose... You start to argue with your gut feeling. Sometimes it's better to just make that choice in the instant. I don't know. Sometimes you want to think about it. You don't want to jump to a decision too quickly, but at the same time, usually your first instinct is right.
Like it would help me find tools anyway.
Not David? I wonder if we can find a password around here. What would it be?
The tools might be in this cupboard.
This guy would totally have a bunker if you could afford it. He's one of those guys.
Shit! Butterfingers. Kate Marsh? Why the hell would he have pictures of her?
Yeah, that's...
Okay, this is getting totally weird.
That's fucking creepy. Kate Marsh, she knows something. Where is he? Is he in his car stalking her? Oh, that is so weird. 3:17 p.m. Blackwell Academy parking. Oh, that is so weird. Let's... Alright, so I've got that information now. Let's clean that up. Oh, shit. Wait. Oh, I can look at... I can look at the map. Look at the map. Look at the map.
Wowzer, a map of Blackwell Academy. I wonder why.
Placement of cameras. Maybe he's trying to figure out where to put the security cameras. Is he doing it against everybody's will? Is he going to do it anyway? There's no way he could pull that off and not get caught.
Nothing. This is so lame.
I can't find anything after a few seconds of searching. This is so lame.
Poor little dear. It's not enough to kill you, they have to display your head. Look at all that food. That's like enough spam for 100 years.
Yeah. So the garage is his bunker.
Cool, now it's opened. Check out the muscle car. Chloe's stepdad must be a gearhead.
I've looked everywhere, haven't I? Where would the tools be? Where would Tiny Tools be? Where's Tiny Tools for Tiny Tim?
The tools might be in this cupboard.
No, I already looked in here. I love that. It might be in this cupboard. Closes cupboard. Oh, is that them up there?
Boom, precision screwdrivers. Except I can't reach them.
Turn on. Make it jiggle off. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
That was very smart, dumbass. No can reach.
What do you mean no can reach?
Let's see. The tools are stuck, out of reach, and no way in hell to get them.
You're not... Yeah.
Man, I should have done that before they fell.
Oh, for God's sake. Alright, tools are back up there. Alright. How you can't get them out without having the rewind time is beyond me. The fact that you need to rewind time to fix that solution is, I don't know, you got bigger problems. No, actually, let's leave it on. Let's use all the power. Ah, damn it. Nah, too late.
Yes, you have mad skills, Max.
If you say so. Someone who doesn't know how
I've
to...
got the tools. I should go back upstairs before Chloe freaks.
Because you got this long-ass bar here. You gotta use that to scrape it out. But nah, you gotta rewind time, change the fabric of time and space to solve your problem, so... I don't know. Oh, answering machine.
Chloe, if you're listening, Pete was cruising home off duty and told me he saw you near that garbage dump. Now I've told you to stay away from that place. It's dangerous. And you got no idea what kind of scum are living out there. Stay away. I'm serious.
It said Pete, right? So that wasn't... It wasn't David that was saying that to her? Hey. You still chilling?
You found the tools. Sweet. You can sit at my desk and fix your camera.
But you can't do it? I mean, I suppose it's a massive job. I couldn't do it.
So,
I can't fix this thing.
are these your new photos?
Yeah, I just took them today.
Let me see. Wait, I've seen this before. No way. When did you take this? You took this photo, you brat? In the bathroom today. You set off the alarm. That's why Nathan raged after you. It totally makes sense. You hella saved my life. Now tell me the truth, Max.
Yeah, be honest with her.
I was there, hiding in the corner.
Damn, you're a ninja.
A ninja would have cut Nathan's head off. I just took a butterfly photo.
That is so badass.
Oh yeah, I almost wet myself when I saw the gun.
So, did you recognize me?
Not at all.
Not at all. Your hair and clothes are so different.
I hope so. I'm sure this is all so weird to you after coming back.
Like you said, it's been that kind of day.
So you must have overheard our conversation.
A little bit.
Just a bit.
There is no way you didn't hear every single vowel.
Okay, I only heard something about money, drugs, but that's it.
Now for the big question. Did you tell anybody?
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't say it like that, though. I wouldn't be like, oh, yeah, I absolutely dobbed you in. Because I didn't use your name. I only dobbed in Nathan. Yeah.
Absolutely. Nathan Prescott had a fucking gun on you.
Gutless prick. That was scary. Who did you tell?
The principal. But he didn't seem to believe me.
The principal? Are you still 12? That drunk jackass only cares about cash for Blackwell Academy. Don't trust him.
I didn't mention you at all. Swear.
Thank God. I'll tell you more someday. And I seriously owe you, Max. I know it was your birthday last month. This was my real father's camera. I want you to have it.
That's so cool you remembered my birthday. But I can't take this.
Of course you can. My dad would be pissed if I never used it, and now I know it'll be used awesomely. And I'll snag this picture as a symbol of our reunion. Cool?
Yes, of course it's
so
cool.
sweet.
Thank you. This camera is so sweet.
Now that we got that mushy shit out of the way, I feel like stage diving. Let's thrash this place.
You're crazy.
Oh, this
Yep,
is
yep,
so
I'm
wholesome. I
fucking
love
insane
it.
with the brain. Let's dance. Shake that bony white ass. Or take my picture. Give me a camera.
Everyone needs a Chloe in their life.
I got sunburned, waiting for the jets to land. Circus people with hairy hands.
This song fucking rules. Can't dance, hippie? Come on. Rock out, girl. Yes, break it down, Max.
I got sunburned, waiting for the jets.
Oh no.
Turn it off.
Oh no.
How many times have I told you to stop blasting that punk shit?
Dude, the music's not even on.
We need to talk.
Oh, no fucking way. You need to hide now. My stepdad will kill me if he finds you here.
Chloe, what's going on? Open this door, please.
Chill, I'm changing. Is that okay? Max, find a place to hide now.
Chloe,
I'm coming.
what are you doing?
In here. In
Chloe,
here.
you're
Closet.
stalling.
Hide.
I'm changing. Give me a minute.
Don't get smart. Just let
Oh,
me
are
in.
you-
Now, please.
1 second.
joking.
My bra is stuck.
I'm not
Under the bed.
throwing
Under the
around
bed.
soldier.
Under the bed. Under the
Chloe,
bed.
open
I'm
this
not a
door.
kid anymore. I can't hide under the
Are
bed.
you
Where
serious?
else?
I'm giving you exactly 3 seconds to open
where
the door.
then?
1, 2.
Rewind.
Chloe,
I'm
what are
coming.
you doing?
Move.
Chloe, you're stalling.
I'm changing. Give me a minute.
Don't get smart.
Okay,
Just
okay,
let
hide.
me in now. Please.
1
Okay,
second.
there we go,
My
there we go.
bra is stuck.
I'm not screwing around, so
Shit.
what's going on in here?
Jesus, I'm just trying on clothes. You're so friggin' paranoid.
Yeah, combat will do that to you. One of my guns is missing. Did you take it?
Oh God, I didn't take your stupid gun. You do know I believe in gun control?
Wait, is that grass? You been token up again in here?
Oh yeah, guns, weed. You were tripping balls.
I'm sick of your disrespect. Tell me the truth. That's an order. Whose is it?
Oh my god. Oh god, wait, is this a permanent decision? Can I rewind this? I should be able to.
Stop treating me and my mom like we're your family platoon.
Hey, leave Joyce out of this.
I wish you'd leave Joyce, like now.
Chloe, I'm sorry. I care about your mother, and you just keep pushing me.
Oh, fuck
Don't
off.
touch me again, asshole. That's the last time. Or I'll bring the cops in here so fast.
You're not that dumb.
I'd be smart to have you busted.
Chloe, someday you'll grow up.
I really want to step in, but I don't think she'd want me to. I'm not sure.
Hey, you okay?
Welcome to the real step douches of Arcadia Bay.
I'm sorry.
For what? He would have been a bigger dick if he caught you in here.
Yeah,
That's hard to
exactly.
believe. Anyway, let's sneak out the window. There is one cool place we can go to in this hick hole.
Let's
David
go.
was such a mean bastard to Chloe. What if I had stepped up to help?
I could rewind and see what happens, but I should at least see. How do I rewind time faster? Like that. Okay.
Chloe?
I'm
No,
coming.
too far. Too far.
Chloe,
Damn
you're
it.
stalling.
I'm changing. Give me a minute.
Don't get smart. Just let me in. Now.
I should at least see what the
second.
other
My bra is
option
stuck.
looks like.
I'm nuts.
Shit.
What's going on in here?
Gee.
Let's get to the decision.
Whose is it?
All right, step in.
I'm sorry. That was my joint.
Well. I don't like strangers in my home, especially dopers. So you're bringing drugs into my home. How about if I call the police? That'd screw up your spotless Blackwell record. You do seem to get around, Max. I'm sick of you losers dragging Chloe down. Missy, you sure do like to pop up and start trouble. Like this afternoon. You don't have anything smart to say now, do
Get
you?
the hell away from
Huh?
her, man. Stop harassing my friends.
You don't have any friends.
Like you know.
Oh,
You're
God,
not
what
even
a
a real
fucking
cop. You're a
dick.
fucking security guard.
I was a soldier, Chloe. And Max, if I see you here again, you'll learn all about real trouble.
Oh God, he boils my blood.
Because you're such a badass, Max, let me show you my new toy.
Wait, does she have the gun?
I'm Price. Chloe Price. Bang!
Jesus, put that thing down.
Chillax, sister. It's not even loaded. Yet.
I thought you believed in gun control.
Yes, I believe I should control the gun. It's the men who need to be checked. You trust Nathan or David? Thanks for taking the heat. We totally smacked his punk ass down, Max. He's no match for you and me now. That was an epic win.
Ooh.
Anyway, let's sneak out the window. There is one cool place we can hang in this hick hole.
Man, that did not go well for me. If I want to keep my Blackwell scholarship, I shouldn't lie for anybody, even Chloe. I have to think about my own future.
Yeah, okay, so this is tossing up between my own future. Hang on. I don't want this to, like... I don't know if there's any time-related bullshit. If I wanna... It's making me decide between my future and my friendship. And I think... I'm torn. I'm torn because... The thing is, as much as I care about friendship, at the same time, they're making their own decisions that lead them to this point. Now, I understand in that context, she can't control who her stepfather is, and she's in a position where she's really stuck at the moment. But she's made decisions. She's made decisions to steal a gun. She's made decisions to take drugs. She's made decisions to, you know... so as shitty as her situation is, they are still her choices. And should my future be jeopardized because of her choices? And I'm trying to stick up for her, but at the same time, we're friends. But I left her in the first place, which is what sent her down the rabbit hole. I do need to be careful because you do need to look out for yourself. But I think there's a lot of things I need to make up for first, and I think that's step one. I need to renew the friendship, and then I need to take care of my future. I think what happened there is not too bad, but I need to balance it. I can't lean too far one direction or the other. So I think I'm going to go with that decision right now because this friendship needs mending, and that's step one. Sticking up for her, being there for her when I wasn't there for her in the past.
You're giving me a look I haven't seen for a while. What's the problem?
You should put it... See, if it was me, I'd just be blunt. I'd just tell her I don't like it and say put it back, but... She might get aggro. I don't know. Like, she's not the same person she used to be. That's the problem. she's she's still my best friend, and we have memories together, but she's not the same. So I'm a little worried what kind of reaction she'll have to me saying that.
You should put the gun back. Too dangerous. Only if somebody gets in my way again.
Please don't talk that way.
You think I want to? I'd rather be in LA with Rachel than hiding a gun.
This is all just so scary.
I know, Max, but I do feel safer having a 9mm in my pants.
Can you use it? Oh, that shouldn't matter. But I don't want to press the subject too much. Let's just ask if she can even use it first.
Can you actually use it? After about 100 online videos? Hell yeah.
Just don't keep it in your pants,
What?
okay?
What does
Max,
that
I'm
mean?
not
Have you
looking for
actually
trouble.
used it?
I just want protection. If anybody in this country should have guns, it should be women.
I don't know. That feels... This feels bad.
Max, open the window and we can blow this popsicle stand.
Oh, you want me to do it? Okay. Sorry, your house, your rules. I thought you'd be leading the way. It's the thing too, isn't it? Like, because I really like the punk rock aesthetic. I actually really like her attitude and who she is as a person, but she takes it just that one notch too far. If she just dials it back a little bit, I think she'd be a really cool person. But as it is, like, I still think she's a cool person, but as it is, she worries me a little bit. I feel like she's gonna fly off the handles.
Isn't this awesome sauce? Totally reminds me of when we were kids. Come on, Slowpoke!
Hold on.
Yeah, so she's taking me to the lighthouse.
I haven't been here in forever. So why do I feel like I was just here?
You kind of were?
This is the exact same path I was on during my nightmare today.
Could we run? There we go. Oh, God.
Birds are so lucky, they can always escape.
Not always. They have their own problems. What's okay? I like Nathan. Wait, did he say something else? After Max, your white knight Warren here. I know you're worried about me. Thumbs up with the black eye. I owe you. Thanks for today. I'll call back later, Kay? I swear. No problem. And you still have to tell me your big secret. Equals Keck. Keck! She plays World of Warcraft! She's a Horde player! Oh no, wait. Or is she an Alliance player? If you're using Keck a lot, which one would you be? Because Alliance would read Keck. But Horde say Keck. I don't know. Max and Chloe, BFF.
Chloe's- Oh my god, I forgot all about this. Too bad I can't rewind that far back.
I really dislike that it keeps doing that. Every time I go to look at something, she has a thought, and I interrupt the thought.
I don't remember this at all, but it seems like it's been here for a long time. Wowzer, Chloe drew that to mark our tree fort, so we'd always be able to find each other in case of emergency.
Alright, so... I'm gonna have to remember that, I have a feeling. So there's a tree fort near number 10. And she's just chilling there. Let's have a look around while she's chilling.
Looks like the youth of Arcadia Bay still come up here to party. I never made it.
So is the lighthouse abandoned? Because surely if there were people in there operating it, they wouldn't just let people come around here and start fires.
How long has that been here? A tree haiku? How pretty.
Turn this way now or... Okay, what does it say? Turn this way now or face the lonely autumn tree and never look back.
Those sure aren't big feet. What kind of animal left those prints?
Yeah, what animal did leave those prints? They kind of look like the frog feet, but I think they're supposed to be paws. They might be wolves.
Weird. Those glyphs remind me of the wind.
Okay. How so? Is that like a mathematical formula? Does it mean the wind?
Clearly, the Bigfoots are everywhere.
They keep saying that a lot. I always assumed they just called this place like the Bigfoots because it's a hick town and it's got a lot of woodland where people would say, oh, I saw Bigfoot walking around the forest, but now I'm wondering if it's like a group of people.
Too bad it's locked. I remember racing up and down the steps.
Alright. Not much else to do, we'll just... This is a really pretty view. I would love to live somewhere like this. A lot of people consider this sort of like a nowhere town. There's no future in it, but like it's just... It's so serene. Oh, a boat! I would find it so relaxing. Maybe not the people, but the place.
This would be a nice photo of Chloe, framed by the sun.
Let's take it. Let's take it. With our new camera. Our BFF forever camera. That is a sick shot. She is a photographer.
You sure you don't want to be alone?
Have a seat, Pete.
If she wanted to be alone, she wouldn't have brought you out here. You're in a good mood. My pleasure. No, just go with it. My pleasure.
My pleasure. Feels nice out here after all that drama.
You really took one for Team Chloe.
I'm not as brave as you. And David is indeed a step douche.
I'm sorry you had to experience it firsthand.
You have to live with him. Has he always been this way?
Ever since my desperate mom dragged his ass to our home, I never trusted David.
He freaked out on Kate. I should have taken his photo. Should I? When would have I had the opportunity? Should I tell her he freaked out on Kate? I worry it's if I keep saying this shit to her, it's gonna push her to a point where she might actually shoot him. And I don't... He's a dick, but I don't want that to happen. But why would I say I should have taken his photo? Can I rewind this if I need to? Let's just say he freaked out.
He freaked out on poor Kate Marsh today.
I know her. She's cool. Only that prick would bully her.
He has some kind of weird agenda.
He has a lot of secret files. Rambo still thinks he's gathering enemy intelligence. Did you take a peek?
I did, didn't I? But I rewound.
Well, yeah, I couldn't help it.
Never change. What did you find?
Creepy photos of Kate Marsh. Other Blackwell students.
This dude takes his job too seriously. He still thinks he's at war or something. He's a total surveillance fetish. Where are there spy cams in the house?
I knew you didn't know. Chloe, your house is under surveillance.
What are you talking about?
There are cameras all over the house. I saw it on a monitor in the garage.
I knew it! He is so hella fucking paranoid. I'll keep this a secret for now.
Sometimes ignorance is bliss.
No wonder I'm so miserable. Everybody in this town knows everybody's secrets.
What's Nathan's secret? Even yours? Oh, I don't... like... I like the goss, but I don't like to pry. And I feel like not having seen each other for 5 years, this is a lot for reigniting the friendship. Let's focus on Nathan. Let's not talk about your secrets.
What's Nathan's secret?
He's an elite asshole who sells bad shit cut with laxative. And he dosed me with some drug in his room.
What?
I met him in some shithole bar that didn't card me. He was too rich for the place and too wasted, and he kept flashing bills.
Just tell me what happened, Chloe. Now.
I was an idiot. I thought he was so blazed it would be an easy score.
You needed money that bad?
Actually, yes. I owe big time. And I thought I'd have enough for me and Rachel if she showed up.
Oh, so this was ages ago. Do I ask about Nathan? Because I might not need to. I don't know. Because what she's talking about doesn't seem to be about Nathan. Nathan was just a means to an end. It's the money. So maybe if we can find another way.
How much do you owe?
$3,000 plus interest. And before I could get a chunk of that from Nathan, he dosed my drink with some shit.
God, Chloe. I can't believe this. I mean, I do. Then what?
I know I passed out on the floor. I woke up and that perv was smiling, crawling towards me with a camera.
Go on.
Everything was a blur. I tried to kick him in the balls and broke a lamp. Nathan freaked, so I managed to bum rush the door and get the hell out. Max, it was insane.
Did he try to have his way with you? I'm furious. Yeah.
I am so furious, I can't even speak. What did you do then?
I figured I would make him pay me to keep quiet. So we met in the bathroom.
And he brought a gun.
That was Nathan's last mistake.
There's no point calling the police, you know that. So there's only one option here for dialogue.
He's still dangerous, Chloe. Not just to you.
Oh, good thing you notified the principal. I feel safer already.
I won't always be there to save you.
You were here today, Max. You saved me. I'm still tripping on that. Seeing you after all these years feels like...
Destiny.
Oh. There was a weird cut, so this must be a cinematic.
If this is destiny, I hope we can find Rachel. I miss her, Max.
How does Rachel tie into all of this?
This shit pit has taken away everyone I've ever loved. I'd like to drop a bomb on Arcadia Bay and turn it to fucking glass.
Oh no! Not again! Why is this happening to me? Why am I here again?
It is like transparent. Why? I suppose I follow it? Are there things I can look at while I follow it? I don't want to miss anything.
Is Chloe still up there? I have to find out.
Whoa! Can I still go this way? No. Turn around? Or is there an interact button? No. Alright, so I have to go back.
I've never seen a storm like this in Oregon.
As you rewind, you can move ahead of time to teleport yourself. Wait, what? Can I? Oh, right. Because I'm at a different spot when I rewind time. I didn't even think of that. Oh! Oh! Really? You don't say.
Oh my lord! The tornado is back!
What does the newspaper say?
October 11th? Is this Friday? That's only 4 days away.
So this supposedly happens in 4 days? I find that really hard to believe.
Oh no. The tornado is headed straight for the town.
Chloe, you're here. I'm back. Oh my lord, this is real. It's real. Oh man, this sucks. Max, what's going on? You totally blacked out. I didn't black out. I had another vision. The town is going to get wiped out by a tornado. Oregon gets about 5 tornadoes every 20 years. You just don't. No, I saw it. I could actually feel the electricity in the air. Come on, take a breath, okay?
Chloe, I'm not crazy. But there's something else I have to tell you. Something hardcore.
Talk to me, Max.
I had this same
Will she
vision
believe you?
earlier in class. When I came out of it, I discovered I could reverse time. Like I said, not crazy.
But high, right?
Listen to me. How do you think I saved you in the bathroom?
By reversing time? Yeah, sure.
I saw you get shot, Chloe. Saw you actually die. I was able to go back and hit the fire alarm.
Okay, I see you're a geek now with a great imagination, but this isn't anime or a video game. People don't have those powers, Max.
I don't know what I have, but I have it. And I'm scared shitless.
You need to get high. It's been a hell insane fucking day.
Is it snowy?
What the hell is this?
Snowflakes?
It's like 80 degrees. How?
Climate change. Or a storm is coming.
Max, start from the beginning. Tell me everything.
Is that a mom? Yeah, there's a lot happening. Warren, Kate, even what's her face? Who's that? What's her name again? Victoria? Why were we sitting on Rachel's folder there? Was that a school folder? There is a problem. No. Okay. Oh, cool. So it tells me what other people chose. So Crystallis. I reported Nathan. 61% did that. I comforted Victoria. 77% did that. You intervened to help out Kate. 86% did that. You came out of hiding to intervene. 43% did that. What? You say hidden, you blamed Chloe. You can blame Chloe? How do you even do that? You took the blame for Chloe. Is that when, like, she's hiding the gun? How do you How do you blame Chloe? Only 1% got that. That's interesting. Who's blaming Chloe? Okay, so I'm part of the majority so far. So I'm on the same words hard to say. It's talking English. So I'm on the same wavelength as most people. That's good to know. That's good to know. I'm not a social outcast. Not quite yet, anyway. Interesting. Oh, there's more. There's more. You didn't let Daniel draw your portrait. 51%. Oh, that was split down the middle. I would have let him draw my portrait, but I worried that was going to have implications of people finding me later. I signed Miss Grant's petition. 52% wanted the cameras in the school. Oh my god. Okay, that... I was not expecting that. You helped Alyssa. 85%. Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't you? You erased the insults on Kate's slate. You didn't erase Kate's slate. I didn't realize I could. Well, bang for Jesus. I didn't realize I could. You watered your plant. 72% did that. How is that going to come back and bite me in the ass later? I don't know. You didn't touch Dana's pregnancy test? Yeah, right. So I did see that? I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember if I spotted that or not. You didn't touch Victoria's photos. 76%. You wrote on a dirty RV. 30. Oh, really? It's just your finger in a bit of dust. Who gives a shit? And it wasn't anything nasty. I'm so... What did I say anyway? I'm so... I can't even read that. Diary? I'm so... I don't know. You saved the bird. 51% did that. You didn't break Chloe's snow globe. 93% did that. Well, yeah, of course. If I can rewind time, I'm not going to let that happen. Cool. Alright, so now we're up to episode 2. Next episode begins. No, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. Because I think... Yeah, so each episode goes for roughly... What? I've been recording for about an hour and a half. And the first episode went for about 2 hours, something like that. So each episode goes for about 3 to 4 hours. So, okay. I'll try... From now on, I'll try and get through each episode in one big chunk. But I think I'll stop this here, just so I've got some consistency between the episodes. So next time I record this, I'll just do the entirety of episode 2, and hopefully it's roughly the same amount of time. But interesting. So she's letting Chloe in on her secrets, and Chloe is more forthright than I thought she was going to be. I didn't think she was going to divulge as much as she did. Because I thought, even though like I stood up for her and we reconnected, I thought she would still keep some things tucked safe to the chest. And honestly, maybe she has. Maybe she has. I don't know. Similar to the gun, it's like, that was very convincing that when she was saying she didn't take the gun. Because she obviously has connection with Nathan Prescott, so I was thinking, yeah, Nathan took the gun. Like, they were in the house together at some point, and he, like, while she went to the bathroom, he took the gun, or something like that. But, no, so she took it. I'm worried. I am worried. I will say, overall, episode 1, it's not that I didn't like it. I did enjoy it. It was just a bit slow. It took a little bit to get into it, and most of the time I'm happy with that. I like things taking its time to introduce characters and set up the story and set up stakes and all that. But episode 1 kind of felt like a prologue. You know what I mean? It was like 4 hours of just setup, which again is fine, but if you compare it to like a movie or a television show, like episode 1's normally like 1 hour long. I kind of wish they did the setup in 1 hour and the rest of it was just pushing the story forward. Well, I feel like episode 2 is going to be the real start of the game. But all the decisions I've made in episode 1 is going to like impact what happens the rest of the way, I presume. And I don't know what's going to carry over, like... Because you saved the bird. What does that mean? Did I even usher the bird back out of the room? Did I just leave it inside the house? I've left all the power on, so Chloe's gonna have a massive power bill. No, but overall, I did enjoy it. It took me a little while to get into it, but because it was, I think where it started to pick up was after she reconnected with Chloe. That's when I started to get into it, and then just as I started to get into it, it's episode 1 ended. So I'm looking forward to the rest of it now because I like their relationship. I like how different they are from each other. They balance each other out. But yeah, I really like that. I'm looking forward to getting into episode 2. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.